is the co-founder and co-CEO of TickPick. He joins me from New York. So, Brett, I think the natural first question is, what do you think about these concerns about Ticketmaster being a monopoly, perhaps behaving in an anti-competitive way?
That's a big question. There's no question that Ticketmaster Live Nation, is the biggest ticketing company in the world. The merger did create a very big entity that they're the best at it, to be honest. And there is a debate obviously going on whether they have too much power or not. I'm not going to quote or state on that, but they do control the vast majority of the venues and they control the primary ticketing. There are competitors. You have people like SeatGeek who are trying to compete with Ticketmaster, and you have AEG as well.
And TickPick as well.
On the primary side versus secondary, there are distinctions that I would make. So TickPick is a no fee secondary ticket marketplace. There are some primary tickets that do get distributed through marketplaces like ourselves, and we definitely differentiate by showing all in prices no matter what. Doesn't matter if the state of New York requires it, we're going to do it right. Just like we're going to do it right anywhere else in the world, where unfortunately the rest of the ticketing landscape is that the nature is to hide fees and ultimately try to get people into a funnel, show them a lower price, and then ultimately tack on fees at the end.
So I take your point that it's not exactly apples to apples because TickPick is more of a secondary market. I do wonder, though, as we try to take a sort of look behind the curtain of just the business of Ticketmaster, is it really that hard to manage the type of volume that we're seeing for Taylor Swift? Some are questioning, as I pointed out, why wasn't Ticketmaster more prepared? Walk me through that. Is it that difficult?
I'd be honest, it is shocking for the systems to fail yesterday. They've been doing this for years. I think they really didn't anticipate, even knowing how big Taylor Swift was, just how big it was going to be. And I think the recent album she released just magnified her success. And it just clearly states she's the biggest artist in the world at this point.
Yeah, and I think to that point, I think there are 50 plus shows for this concert. They're in 20 cities. So it is a pretty massive concert. I do want to ask, you are a secondary market player. Do you have tickets for the show? And if so, how much are they costing?
It's interesting. Even in the space and as an expert, it's hard to decipher what exactly is real and what's not. And so you have a landscape where you have sellers that know they're going to get inventory, maybe because they're a season ticket holder of the Giants, and maybe that's going to give them access. I'm not saying that is the case, but there are certain stadiums like the MSGs of the world where you could have a ticket to every single event there. So people may be selling things before they're on sale. And as a marketplace, it's really hard to decipher that. What we've been doing is, we don't think this is a good time for a consumer to buy a ticket right now until it's actually gone on sale and all of that inventory has made itself available. The pricing is really difficult to understand from a consumer perspective and from a seller perspective. What is the fair market value and what it's going to be? So, the on sale is supposed to happen yesterday. The general on sale will be completed on Friday. There is a chance, and you've seen it at times, when if you could time it right before something sells out and you buy it on a resale marketplace, that you do time it right and you get a better price. This Taylor Swift event's a bit different, and I wouldn't be trying to buy it before it actually goes into the general on sale. And I would hope and expect that prices do come down. $500 get-ins at a MetLife Stadium when you've got 180,000 tickets available through 3 different concerts. I'm hopeful that prices come down, but it all comes down to demand and how many people are going to choose to go and pay.
I only have time for one more question, but I'm curious for folks who are going to watch this and wonder, might I be able to get a ticket on TickPick? Does TickPick have tickets for sale for this new concert?
There are tickets available for sale. I would advise to wait. If you can, you try to get it on the on sale. And if you can't, we've got great features like tracked events. We've got things called price free. So you could lock in something right now and you could track it, and we'll try to help you figure out our price is going up or price is going down. I would certainly use our app and track it. And we're trying to give you as much information as possible. And ultimately, if it becomes where you need to buy on a resale, 90% of the time we're 10% cheaper. So we do believe we are the best marketplace to get tickets if you can't get them on the on sale.
And then just very quickly, since you said tickets tend to be 10% cheaper, do you want to give a range for how much tickets for Taylor Swift are going for right now on the site?
Somewhere between $300 to $500 is the get-ins right now.
I mean, that people are going to hear that and wonder, how did you come up with that?
It's not that we come up with it, it's a marketplace. And, even
Okay.
the Taylor Swift team, I imagine, is ultimately using some of that data itself. And there is dynamic pricing. We've seen what's been happening in recent on sales where dynamic pricing gets up to multiple thousands of dollars because you see the demand. I think that won't happen in this Taylor Swift situation for get-ins, but you certainly will see these platinum type seats that will be in the thousands of dollars. And that's the demand because, in the tri-state area, you probably have several million people that want to go see what is 180,000 seats available.
Demand is certainly hot. Brett Goldberg, thank you. Appreciate you being on with us today.